So today we're going to talk about the power of your DNA. How to activate it. It sounds like a mystical statement. It sounds like, wow, this is going to be some miraculous event. Actually, it's really a very simple thing, but what probably is going to be more amazing to some of you may have already know this, is what DNA is and how it operates. I think that's the big secret here, because once you understand that, then you're going to open yourself up to understanding how to reprogram yourself. And that's the real activation, reprogramming yourself. So one thing I want to talk about is the fact that DNA is a storage medium. In other words, it's a hard drive. You're a walking hard drive, your body. 1 gram of DNA, this is science, peer-reviewed science, by the way, guys. 1 gram of DNA, which is enough to put a little tiny drop on the tip of your finger, can store 700 terabytes of data.
Did you know that?
I'm not talking about, etherical data or mystical data. I'm talking about real zeros and ones that make your phone work and make your computer work. Zeros and one bits of data, zeros and ones, can be stored on DNA. So these scientists, the main one, George Church and Chris Shuri, those two actually together, partners and scientists, they discovered this and they downloaded one of their ebooks onto the DNA. And then they uploaded it from the DNA back to the server again. They was like, whoa, wait a minute. You can encode digital bits of information directly onto DNA and upload it back again. What does that mean? Well, we're walking USB drives, literally. Now, here's what's really amazing about that. They then took that same ebook, downloaded it back to the DNA again, and they said, let's see how much we can go. They replicated the book 70 billion times in 1 gram of DNA. 70 billion copies of an ebook in 1 gram. It went up 433 petabytes of data. Think about that. In one tiny drop.
All right. Now, after listening to Billy Carson, I want to take what he said. Now that you know, your body is a hard drive. Literally, it's no conspiracy. The ones and zeros that make up information can be applied to your DNA. You understand? You got that much, right? Because I'm going to go down the list of some things and prove my hypothesis that the Walking Dead can be created. Just spin the yard with your boy. Walk with me real quick. All right. First thing I want to deal with is a few terms, okay? Let's get these out the way. House cleaning. Biotechnology. Biotechnology is the integration of natural sciences and engineering sciences in order to achieve the application of organisms, cells, parts thereof, and molecular analogs for products and services. Okay, that's biotechnology. Let's deal with another topic. Micro electromechanical systems. You're going to see the acronym MIMS, okay? That's what that stands for. This is a process technology used to create tiny integrated devices or systems, pay attention, that combine mechanical and electrical components. You got it? All right. And remember, you can rewind this video as many times as you like. This is only a working hypothesis. The last term I want to deal with is nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is the manipulation of matter on a near atomic scale to produce new structures, materials, and devices. Now, when they say on a near atomic, that means just on the smallest level. They want to manipulate matter on the smallest level to produce new structures and materials. Now, I've been telling people to read The Fourth Industrial Revolution for close to 2 years now. This is a book by Charles Schwab. He is the president of the World Economic Forum, the WEF. By the way, they just had a meeting in Davos just last week, Davos, Switzerland. Many of the topics that I'm talking about right now, they're we're way past. They're past that point because they started discussing these topics, as far as I track back, to 2016. Now, what they have been doing is scrubbing the internet of any residual mistakes, evidence, best as possible, so that when a journalist, a YouTuber, a content creator like myself comes to prove these type of points, that conspiracies, they always say conspiracies, right? But as you prove these conspiracies, they say, no, that's ridiculous, that's misinformation. Everything that I said was misinformation so far, they've had to come back and either say it was true or it was already true, and they didn't even, you have to understand think tanks, and you have to understand when they pay these web companies to say, and a lot of these web companies are just individuals, they pay them to say this is misinformation, and if you are off by one word, they will declare it misinformation. Excuse me, let me drink. Okay, let's continue on. Now that those are out the way, we know those topics. I've also explained to you that they've been scrubbing the internet. I want to show you a couple of pictures, right? First, let's go to Moderna's website. Let's go. Let's do it. This is Moderna's website. Nice website, by the way, guys. It says the power of mRNA. The M stands for messenger, so it's really supposed to carry a message, right? I went on their website because they had verbiage on here that explained their technology in their product. And in their product, they used to say all the time, this was an operating system. And then when I went back to look for it, they got rid of it. Why'd you get rid of it, guys? You got rid of it. But don't worry. Don't worry. Because your boy got it. Your boy got it. All right. So, this is what... I tell you, they're scrubbing the internet. This is what used to be on their site. Let's go over it. Now, always remember what Billy Carson just taught you. You got it? Cool. The Moderna vaccine, the software of life. Okay? And it has this diagram here. This is your DNA. You understand? Which they don't deny. They're actually agreeing with Billy Carson, and they're saying is storage. This is... Listen. Do I need to zoom in? Because I don't want them to take this as a joke. It says storage. The same thing Billy Carson said. DNA stores instruction for proteins in the nucleus. Then you have their product. Software. They wrote it. MRNA is a temporary set of instructions for cells to make a protein. mRNA is made using DNA. Okay. Application. Proteins from the basis of life by performing the functions required by every cell. Proteins are made using mRNA. Okay, let's go down here. When we have a concept for a new mRNA medicine and begin research, fundamentals components are already in place. Generally, the only thing that changes from one potential mRNA medicine to another is the coding region, the actual genetic code that instructs ribosomes to make protein. Utilizing these instruction sets give our investigational mRNA medicines a software-like quality. We also have the ability to combine different mRNA sequences encoding for different proteins in a single mRNA investigational medicine. Now, as I was saying before, I encouraged everybody to go read The Fourth Industrial Revolution because Charles Schwab said something very dynamic at the beginning of that book. And he said we might have to, he said something to the effect of the definition of a human being will be reconsidered. I believe that many times the powerful and the elite are arrogant when they don't try to hide what they're going to do. Now, there's many sayings and many beliefs why they do that. Some people feel that it is the vampirical theory where they have to tell you what they're going to do and you have to invite them in. You have to give them permission. You understand? Some people take that stance. I don't really know either way why they're so arrogant, but I do know that Bill Gates said when he thought a pandemic was going to come and why, and he was pretty much on point. And now the man said another one is coming down the line, and I don't know nothing about that. You understand? But I'm just telling you what he said. Now, having shown you that, we're going to build this case out. That description of their product is no longer on their website. They took it down. And if we continue to go on, we might find out why. But before we go too far, I want to show you something that is on their site now. This is what's on their site now. Parallel design. I want to read. Let's read. The utility of cloud-based capacity allows us to provide flexible computational capacity on demand. You have to use the keywords. Keywords I'm looking at is cloud-based, computational capacity on demand. On demand. This allows the research engine to power parallel intake and design of multiple mRNA sequences. Okay. Let me see where I'm going to go next. Give me time because I had to put this thing together strategically. Okay? Give me time. Covered that. We covered that. I know where we're going next. We're going to Cas9. CRISPR Cas9. Let's go. All right. CRISPR-Cas9. What is it? A specific, efficient, versatile gene editing technology we can harness to modify, delete, or correct precise regions of our DNA. Do you know what I'm saying right now? Hold up. Let me bring my picture up. Do you have any idea what I just told you? Now, given what I've shown you and given what Billy Carson already told you about DNA, right? CRISPR-Cas9 is telling you they can edit your DNA. So we got that part, right? We know that DNA is storage about us. And now we've just learned that that storage can be manipulated. He already told you in the video that they can upload information to the DNA, and that just 1 gram held, what was it, 7 billion audiobooks? Whew, that's a lot. All right, so I just wanted you guys, I wanted to introduce you. We don't have to watch the video. You can read on this on your own time. You understand? I will give you this right here. Let's. This says disrupt, delete, correct, or insert. This is gene editing. If a single cut is made, a process called non-homologous end joining. Well, you guys don't want to hear all of that. That's the thing. All right. The fact is, your DNA can be edited. I'm not going to run all of that down for you. Now, let's move on to my next topic. Told you. Wrote everything out. Okay. Let's deal with graphene. Let's deal with graphene. All right, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. You learn over here. Scheme Team ain't never going to teach you nothing like this in his life, because he can't. You understand? Because he can't. All right. I've actually went through this with you guys, but I'm going to go through it again. What is graphene? Graphene, listen to me. I'm reading this right here. Check out the words. Is a single layer of carbon atoms. May be the most amazing and versatile substance available to mankind. In simple terms, graphene is one atom thick layer of carbon atoms arranged in a hexagonal lattice. Okay? It's important that they keep us distracted, beloved. It's important that we don't never pay attention to the wizard behind the curtain. Fortunately, like for you, the light workers, like myself, we were sent and we're inspired to do what we do. And yeah, we're taken out, we're sacrificed, we die off just like any other human being. But others are born and others are sent. And if they do what they're supposed to do, obedience is better than sacrifice. If they do what they're supposed to do, then you will always get the message. You will always have an opportunity to learn and be warned. Okay? That being said, let's get back to this graphene over here. Now, again, the fourth industrial revolution claims that graphene is going to be worth more than gold. And why would that be? Well, here's the properties of graphene. Graphene is thin. It is thinner than a human hair. Okay? It is the world's thinnest material. It is only one atom thick, 1 million times thinner than a human hair. However, it is very strong, stronger than steel and diamond. Stronger than steel and diamond. So it's thin, but stronger than steel and diamond. Imagine wearing a shirt made out of that. No bullet can penetrate that. This allows many applications in composite materials with outstanding stiffness and durability. Graphene is also very flexible, which makes us dream of applications in wearable devices and foldable electronics. Oh, now, maybe your mind is going somewhere like, yo, you just said, what if you had a shirt made of that? That's crazy. I want a graphene shirt. Yo. Never mind graphene shirts, bro. That's not what they have in mind. You don't understand. I have not finished describing this yet. Graphene is very flexible. Okay, we said that. It would be a great fit for bendable screens, as it is also transparent. Okay, so right now, the way they're describing this has your mind going to products outside your body. Talking about TVs, they're talking about wearable devices. This is just verbiage to throw you off, beloved. Okay? So it's transparent, it's thin, it's strong. Besides, graphene is a great, listen to me, bring me up on the screen, beloved. Besides, graphene is a great conductor of electricity and heat. Some producers have uses these two principles to make conductive inks and paints for electronic circuits and gels that dissipate heat. Graphene's conductive properties can even make longer lasting batteries. And of course, graphene is light. It is just a layer of carbon atoms. All right, now I want you to take everything I said. Take the electromechanical systems. Take the nanotechnology that I spoke about. Take the biotechnology that I talked about. And take the Cas9, the fact that we can edit. Put them all together. Never mind wearable devices. this thing, this graphene, you can put it in liquid and it would be transparent and flexible and light. Meaning, how would you even know it's in your water? How would you even know it's in your, especially a drink where, forget about if it's got color in it and it's filled with sugar? How would you even know? I'm just making you think right now. That's it. Right? So if you got this graphene in you, and it is now, so what? Saladin, what you saying now? I'm glad you asked that. Thank you. Which brings me to my next slide. This here I got off the NIH. NIH's National Library of Medicine, National Center for Biotechnology Information. Okay? What does that say? Near infrared upversion activated CRISPR-Cas9 system. What is that? That's a lot of words. No, it's not. It's called a remote controlled gene editing platform. A remote control gene editing platform. Well, how could they remote control? Saladin, you're not making sense. I'm glad you said that. Let me bring up another photo that I forgot to bring up. I'm sorry. I did tell you they used to have these meetings. Take me off the screen, please. Thank you. Now, this is a meeting they had in 2016, obviously. What were some of the topics? Design and simulation tools, fabrication processes, materials, packaging, assembling 3D integration, antennas. I want that one down there. RFIC, wave circuit design. That's called, RF stands for radio frequency. Now, if you go down two below, this one right here, that says graphene, hold up now, and nanostructures for RF. Can I get the flex bomb, please? Thank you. Graphene and nanostructures for radio frequency, beloved. Then they continue to go on. They got radio frequency MEMS for space applications. Oh. Now, to some of y'all making sense, and to some of y'all, they left already. Don't worry about them. They left. They don't get what I'm trying to say right now. As I want to make sure I have everything, because I'm going to drop the last one on you. So we went over biotechnology. We went over micro electromechanical systems, nanotechnology, Cas9, graphene. Graphene basically is the receiver for the transmitter within your body. So now you're walking around not only as a hard drive, the graphene makes the hard drive accessible through radio frequency, which I just showed you from looking at the NIH's website. They already have a remote control gene editing platform. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is, now that they have a way to get to the DNA in your body, and they have access to Cas9, CRISPR-Cas9 that edits DNA, and the graphene allows radio frequency to tap into your body and edit on the fly. Oh, hold up. That has to be cloud-based. In case y'all didn't know, I already showed the image of Moderna's new site. where they talked about cloud-based, on-demand, computational. Remember all those words I was throwing out? Oh yeah. Am I starting to make sense to somebody? What are you saying, something? Because I didn't get that thing. I'm glad you said that. Boy, listen. Let me show you something else now. Show you this last thing here. Look at that. The mRNA vaccines could wind up in food supplies. CDC investigates vaccines and strokes. Woo-wee. All I'm saying is it possible? I ain't saying what they doing. See, right now that is a fact. CDC is investigating vaccines and strokes. But I already read that. I already went to their site. They are aware. The CDC is aware, and they have already admitted to certain things. You can go over there and read it yourself. I have to be very particular how I say things on this YouTube because they're waiting for one hiccup, and then they're gonna say this is misinformation. So I brought receipts today for my working hypothesis. Now, if the graphene is in your food, it says it could wind up in your food. There's a whole video that I'm going to show on that on my other channel. If you want to see that video, it's an hour and change where they go through how mRNA vaccines could wind up in your food supplies. Then you want to subscribe to Conversation Peace TV. That's my second channel. That's the channel where we get dicey. Because they like to give me strikes for misinformation, which is not misinformation. I bring receipts every time, beloved. They just they can't handle me dropping this type of knowledge on y'all. You understand? They want me up here throwing the Frank stand around and being a monkey. That's what they want. Yeah, that's what they want. And it's not going to happen. So, at the end of the day, here's my theory on The Walking Dead. Because they're creating mutants. They've been already making mutants and all of it. They started making mutants with the animals first, taking the substance from glowfish and putting them on puppies and then making the puppies glow. You can look this up. This has actually happened. Then if they did that, they already got their own labs where they've been making. Use your imagination. Use your imagination. I don't want misinformation to get out there. Okay, what they could have been doing. At the end of the day, here's my hypothesis. That since they have the ability to remote control into our bodies and edit our DNA, what is stopping them from making the brain giving the brain a jolt of electricity to just keep the brain alive? You understand? Never mind the heart pumping, and once the heart start pumping circulation, blood through your body, technically you would die. But zombies, right? Is that brain power enough to get their muscles back up and run? No consciousness. I ain't saying consciousness is there. But it's enough to have the body operating on a physical level. You understand? Yeah, some of y'all with me. Some of y'all know where I'm going with this. If you with me right now, I just want to say, yo, Saladin, I heard you. You understand? So this is what I want to hear. Please let me know who are the people that looked out for your boy and shared on your Facebook. This information, I think this is one of those that need to get out there. You understand? I've been wanting to give this to you for a second. I'm so glad you allowed me to get through this. This video is a little bit longer than my regular videos, yes. But I think it was well worth it. So at the end of the day, Scheme team is a creep for yelling at autistic kids. Allegedly, that child was autistic that he yelled at. And until he comes forward and says and gives an apology and explains to us why he was yelling at that child like that, I cannot support him. I wasn't going to support him in the first place. I think he's a follower. I think he's an imbecile. He does not give any value to the community. He takes from women he doesn't respect. He's a grown child. You understand? And now it is time to look in the mirror, scheme team, and grow up and be a man. Ain't anything you want to do, bro. Hold up. Which camera's on me, blood? Which camera? Hold out the way, blood. I heard you, bro. Whatever you want, just we can do it. I'm not getting up here and doing all that. You understand? I ain't said a word. We ain't got to say a word, bro. Now, that's out the way. Everybody else, stay woke. Literally. Prepare. Things is going on right now. It's not a conspiracy. It's happening. So don't be out here paying attention to hip-hop news all day. That's garbage news. It ain't about nothing. You understand? I don't really pay attention to black news because any black leader that they say we have, the mainstream media, is already in cahoots usually with them anyway. You understand? Got to base you off your actions to see if you really a leader or not. And if you really a leader, majority of the times the mainstream media ain't putting your efforts out there like that. You understand? Let me tell you something. You are the leader, black man. You are the head of the household and the community. You are to protect your women and children. Protect the woman, the queen, the mother of life, please. And there's been some trauma here, okay? So we can't just look at women like, yo, she's a B, she's this, she's that. This has been learned behavior over time because the man has been missing in his position. So over time, what happens is, like anything else, any species, everything evolves and adapts to their environment. So the woman has had to become a harder individual spiritually, mentally, physically. You understand? She's been going out of her mind because she's been in a position that she was never intended to be in, which was the head of the household. She's the wisdom, beloved. But we were absent. Collectively, the men were absent. I'm here to say we need to return to our position. Once we return to our rightful position, over time, they will return to their rightful position. Who are they? The women and the children. Because now the children have two parents that are going to give them instruction and nurturing. 1 + 1 is 3. Instruction, nurturing, love. Let me get up off this thing, because if I don't, this video is going to be so long. You understand? My name is Jamel Saladin. Thank you so much for letting me do that. That being said, you guys take it easy. Salah.